Alright, quick update for universal markets. So yesterday I said for universal markets my last line in the sand would be this 618 level. As long as we hold the 618 then we should be good. We did also outline, obviously, if we did lose the 618 we would be coming down for a nasty drop. So so far nothing to worry about. We've had a very small bounce. I mean, it's nothing crazy. We're up 4% on the day from the candle close. We are up, yeah, about 4%. We came all the way up to, 9, close to 10%, but unfortunately, we have been pushed down again. So I do just want to point out what normally happens when we do have these big wicks to the upside. Now, we haven't obviously finished the daily candle, so we don't know how this is going to go, but previously, if you ignore this one time, most of the time when we do have these big wicks to the upside, it is normally because there's a wall of sellers coming in, and once we do hit that wall of sellers we do start to come down. So if I was in UMA, which personally I'm not, I don't own this token or this coin, and I don't have any plans on longing or trading it in the short term, but if I was in this coin I would like to see a strong close with no big wicks up to the upside. I would like to see it followed through with some green candle momentum, because right now, sure, we have had a small bounce from the 618, but like I said, I mean, this move to the downside is still very on play. 44% drop if we don't hold the 618. So all in all, if you do hold, I'd probably say 765, 760. As long as you hold that level, as long as we have a daily close above the 618, then in my opinion, at least in the short term, we'll be fine. But also, in the kind of short to mid term, do bear in mind the RSI is extremely overextended. The money flow indicator has basically hit the top over here at 80. So, personally, I would be slightly worried about entering this in a long position or buying it on spot. You can previously see every time here, we came over the top of the RSI, we fell over the table. Here we came up above the RSI and fell off the table. Here we came up, fell off the table. Here, we at least have a big drop in the RSI. I mean, this was the most minimal drop and it was from 71 to 50. So, here we have had, about a similar drop. So your best scenario for UMA, in my opinion, in the short term, would be to have one more rally like this. I wouldn't expect this to keep on going for another month or another couple of weeks or so. In my opinion, this coin is very euphoric. It does normally have these big explosions to the upside and then big explosions to the downside. So like I said, as long as we do hold the 618, we can still talk about maybe one last pump. I wouldn't expect it to go too high. I don't think we'd be coming up and breaking market structure. In my opinion, the highest we would come is the 618, simply because if we did blast all the way up here to the 618, that would be something like this, and it would pretty much be inevitable that we would be topping out at some point soon. So in my personal opinion, I don't think we will be breaking above 16, but we can still head up somewhere near there, perhaps to retest the previous micro high here, or jump up a fib to the 1420 where this 0.5 fib is. But like I said, in my opinion, the risk-adjusted returns of this is a little bit too risky right now for my liking. I also outlined in the last video, every time we do have these big single or, in some cases double spikes in the volume, followed by, a downtrend in volume, it is normally 99% of the time the top before we do roll over. Every time we do have this, we have a big drawdown in price. Here you can see this was very prominent. We came back, probably back tested the 618. I mean, I'm just eyeballing this, but actually it looks more like the 786. So yeah, we came back down. I came to the 786. So I draw so many fibs I can pretty much eyeball this. I mean, to be fair, I thought it was a 618 to start with, but I did correct myself before I drew it. So I am pretty much the king of eyeballing fibs, but yeah, that's just a joke. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to really talk about for UMA. We are obviously going parabolic at the moment, but I would just like to point out that we are still very much in a downtrend. I don't necessarily know if there's a linear line that you can draw. I really wouldn't pay too much attention to something like this. This is just kind of a bullshit line, doesn't really fit in anywhere. But yeah, pretty much all I'd be focusing on is that 765 to 770 level. If we do have a close below there, then, you know, in my opinion, we'll be coming right back down to the lows at 430. And then if we lose these lows, there is pretty much nowhere else for us to come down to but 259 and, you know, 169. So we would be having massive drops on our hands if we did lose this low down here. So yeah, I mean, in the short term, I would be keeping an eye on this. If we do break below, you know, 265, 270, I would be extremely worried. So that is pretty much all I see for UMA. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.